All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto YAHAWAH, Ba'ashem, YAHWEH, and Ba'ashem, HaKadosh. I'll give double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Peace and salutations to the Akim and to the elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of this earth, pushing this truth out in faith and in sincerity. I'm Shema Aleph from the great millstone, Houston Camp. And basically, this lesson is going to be about how the Most High is going to kill, a lot of people on this planet Earth. Basically, the Most High is going to slaughter millions of people, billions, and it's not a hard thing to believe, because you was a Christian growing up in the Christian church, they teach you God is all love, But the scriptures tell you that a false balance is an abomination with the Most High, whose true name is YAHAWAH, so he cannot be all love, he has to be balanced, so he has to have hate as well, but if you read, in the scriptures, if you're actually into the scriptures, the Most High, he already done this type of thing before, during the time of Noah, the flood. He left 8 people alive, 8 people, and killed everybody else. He flooded out everybody else, drowned millions of people. This is the same power that is still existing today, because he ain't never go nowhere. He ain't never go nowhere. The scriptures say the Most High is long-suffering. But the Most High is getting ready to bring his name back into the earth and to show you that he ain't go nowhere. That he's still here. And he's going to judge this place called America, because first and foremost, in the Bible, America is written in the Bible, and it is known as Babylon the Great. That is his code name, The Most High is going to destroy that place. And is it for no reason? Hell no. It said that the sins of this place has reached up unto heaven, And also, the one who's in rulership of this place, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, He has the Israelites here in captivity, And he's just, oppressing them, Most High forget about none of that. These are his people. The Israelites, which are the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. So, Isaiah 34:1. It says, "Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that are come forth of it." It says, "For the indignation of YAHAWAH is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He had utterly destroyed them. He had delivered them to the slaughter." So what is indignation? Indignation is righteous anger. So the Most High has a reason, for what he's about to do. It says, "The indignation of YAHAWAH is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies." All these other different nations outside of the nation of Israel, and their armies, He says he's gonna destroy them, But you also have 2/3 of the nation of Israel, that are gonna get destroyed as well, But this is mainly about these heathen, and these different nations, Mainly Esau, Edom. It says he had destroyed them. He had utterly destroyed them. He had delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. Now, what is that talking about, the heavens being rolled together as a scroll? That's talking about the nuclear missiles, Because if you look at a video of the nuclear missiles, going off, when it reaches its target, whatever the designated spot that it's supposed to hit, and you see the after effect in the sky, in the clouds, you see the cloud, the mushroom cloud, how it's rolled together, as a scroll, as an ancient scroll. That's what that's talking about, So this is nuclear missiles being talked about in the scriptures. It says, "And all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth from the vine and as a falling fig from the tree, right, in an arcing fashion. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. The sword is talking about the missiles once again. It says, behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Right, Idumea. What is that? What is that talking about? Idumea is the Greek way of saying Edom. Right, so this is the so-called white man, the so-called white race. Right, verse 6, the sword of Yahawah is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, and with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For Yahawah had a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Right, so it's going to be a mass killing, right, in this place, America, in the land of Idumea, the land of Edom, right, which is America. The Most High is going to kill a lot of fucking people over here because there's wickedness everywhere. Right? The Most High never let a wicked society continue to just be. Alright? He never just let the inhabitants, just continue doing what they were doing. He always judged them. Always. It says, and the unicorns, verse 7, the unicorns shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. For it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. Right? What does recompense mean? Right? It means to pay back. Right? So pay back for the controversy of Zion. What is one of the main controversies of Zion? Right? What is Zion? Zion, in Hebrew, to Zion, monument, but is another name for Israel. Right? One of the main controversies is them putting us in slavery. Right? The northern and the southern kingdom. And they got to be paid back for that. So the Most High is going to judge these people, right, for the things that they have done unto Israel. He's going to pay them back because Israel is his chosen people. Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power. Yahweh thy power had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Now he's talking to the Israelites here. All right, this is Moses speaking unto the Israelites, right? But he's speaking to them about the Most High. So the Most High has chosen them over everybody. He created them to be a special people unto himself. So he looks at them better, all right, for lack of better words, over everybody else. Everybody else is nothing to him, right? Because Amos 3 says, you only have I known out of all the families of the earth. So he's only dealing with Israel, right? So Esau, Edom, and these other nations have been oppressing the Israelites, all right? They have been oppressing the chosen people of the Most High, and the Most High has something to say about that. 2 Nudges 15:21. Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also in recompense in their bosom, thus said Yahweh. So the Most High is going to pay them back just like they doing shit to us. The Most High is going to bring all that shit back upon them, right? But what he say? This is Revelation 18:6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. And the cup which she had filled to her, it said, in the cup which she had filled to her double. So we're going to do double unto this double. All right, we're going to pay back double. Right? And boy, that's going to be something they can't even handle. Right? This is Joel 3:2. 3:1. For behold, in those days and in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, meaning when he take away the captivity of the Israelites. Right? Because like the scriptures say, Baruch 3:8 said, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity. Right? So this is Joel 3:2. It says, I will also gather all nations, and I will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Now, what is that? Jehoshaphat, if you look at it in the Hebrew, is Yahweh Shabbat, which means Yahweh's judgment. right? So this is talking about the whole Middle East region, which is called the Levant, right? You can look that up, right? It says he's gonna bring all the nations down to that point, down to that land, to that area. For what? And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel. All right, plead meaning to judge. So he says he's going to judge them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land. So these different nations, these armies, right? This is going into World War III, by the way. They're going to get judged for Israel, because of the Most High chosen people. All of this is going to be happening. All of these things are happening in the earth. All right, the killings that are coming. All right, the things that the Most High is about to do in the earth. It's all because of Israel. Right, all because of Israel. So, the Most High, right, is going to, like I said, pay these different nations back, mainly Esau. Right? This is Psalms 110. Psalms 110:5. The Lord at thy right hand shall strike through kings in the day of his wrath. Right? So who is the Lord's right hand? What is that talking about? Right? This is what is that? Hebrews 10. Hebrews 10:10. It says, by the which will we are sanctified through the offering of the body of Yahawaah Mashiach once for all. And every priest standing daily ministering and offering oftentimes the same sacrifices, which can never take away sins. But this man, after he had offered one sacrifice for sins forever, sat down on the right hand of the Most High. Right, so he's on the right hand. So when it says the right hand, that's talking about him, or the Yahawaah, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. So this is Psalms 110:5. The Lord thy right hand shall strike through kings in the day of his wrath. So the Most High is going to use Yahawaah for his wrath, all right, to bring hell upon the earth, to do all this killing. He's going to use his son. So he shall judge among the heathen. He shall fill the places with dead bodies. He shall wound the heads over many countries. So he shall fill the places with dead bodies. Just like I said, the Most High done this already during the time of the flood, during the time of Egypt, right? We had something called the Passover, right? Which is our one of the high holy days, one of the major high holy days, right? The Most High killed the firstborn in the land, right? In the land of Egypt, right? And it ain't like it was just like 300 people living in the land of Egypt. No, that was a great empire. It was millions of people living there. And he killed the firstborns, right? Of the children, of the cattle, right? He filled the places with dead bodies during the time of Noah. He filled the places with dead bodies. And it says, like in the days of Noah, so in the days it shall be of the Son of Man. So the Most High is going to fill the places with dead bodies once again, right, as he have done before. So this is Jeremiah 25:33. And the slain of Yahweh shall be at that day from one end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground. So it's going to be fucking dead bodies all over, bro. Right? Because in the valley of Jehoshaphat, those armies that go down there, they going to die, because Isaiah 34 said he didn't deliver them to the slaughter. Right? And who coming over there? Yahawaah will come over there on that chariot. And he going to kill their ass, bro. 2 Ezra 13 chapter go into that, but I believe this is the book of Revelation 19. I believe it's that chapter when the Most High said that basically he had prepared a great feast for the fowls of heaven, and that they is going to eat the flesh of kings, For all those soldiers and stuff that are going to die over there. He said it's going to be a great sacrifice, right? So it's going to be many dead bodies, right, all over the earth. All right, the time that we're coming into, the Most High is about to do this. All right, this ain't no fairy tale book, man. This ain't like no some made up shit. All right, this is serious. Despite what people might tell you, got atheists, you got Muslims, all of these different religions, man. Look, hey, all that shit not true. All right, but this right here, this is the real thing. All right. This is Isaiah 42:14. It says, I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy it and devour at once. So this is going to you when YAHAWAH comes back, man, because it says, I will cry like a travailing woman. Now, when a woman, this is speaking on a woman giving birth, right? Travailing woman. And when a woman is giving birth, is she just all calm and just smiling, she just having a good time? Hell no. She ain't that bitch yelling to the top of her lungs, right? As yelling as loud as she can, This is how YAHAWAH gonna be, all right? When he comes back to kill, all right, in the name of his Father, right? He gonna unleash all that anger that he's been having on his mind, right? Because they crucified him. He's coming back to pay them niggas back too. Revelation 1:7. So when he coming back, it says when he coming back with clouds and they which pierce him, right? They gonna see him too. Now why did it mention the two that pierced him, and they which pierced him? Why did it mention them? Right? Because they gonna get it. Reincarnation is in the Bible, right? Everybody comes back. Them same people are back today, man. All right. And YAHAWAH is meditating on destroying this place. Right? Isaiah 63:1. It says, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Now, Basra and Edom, that's talking about the land of America, right? It says, this that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength, was talking about the UFOs, all right, or the chariots of Israel. All right, I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat. Now this is talking about YAHAWAH. Right? He's asking him, why is his garment red? Right? Why your garment look like that? Like somebody that's treading wine or treading grapes. Right? It says, I have tried in the winepress alone, and with the people there was none with me. For I would tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. Right? So he gonna come through like a murderer. Right? He gonna come through and lay shit down. And really a murderer is someone who's just killing without a cause. But he has a cause. But I just use that word, it ain't that's just a word of I use for a lack of other words, right? But, he gonna come through and just lay shit down. All right. And this is not literal. His blood is not really gonna be on his garment, but it's just symbolic for the amount of killing that he's gonna do when he returns. It says, verse 4, for the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. So YAHAWAH is meditating, right, on destroying this place and just taking Esau ass out, these other nations, right? And today this would be called premeditated murder. Thinking about killing, how you gonna kill somebody, right? And then going to perform it, right? So YAHAWAH is premeditating on killing, on the things that he's gonna do, right? Because they had his people in captivity, you know. They crucified him, right? And they did done many things, all right? And they got to be paid back, and the Most High gonna use His Son to do it, right? So, you know, that really was a lesson, you know. The Most High is getting ready to judge this place, to judge this world, all right? Because, like the scriptures say, the whole world lieth in wickedness, right? And the Most High is not just going to sit back and let things be, you know. So, what he going to do? He going to catch bodies. All right, so with that, say shalom.